Welcome, everybody, to Sasha and Goff, live recorded. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff.
And we are back this week with our top 3 dicks.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all we got to do.
Okay, Dick, Richard, Derek, Rick.
This is where we, I think Derek could count, but I was like looking up, online, and I saw Patrick's start coming in, and it's like, oh, no, come on. That's more of a Pat. Where
Okay.
Derek, what is Derek short for or long for, I guess? Is it just another Rick? Another Rick?
No clue. This one sucked for me. This was incredibly difficult, and I had such a tough time trying to figure out this one. How did you deal with this thing?
I did pretty well with this one. I think I have a pretty good list. I like it, but I think I spent more time this week trying to think about what we're going to call this episode because this could be our highest rated episode. We call it, our top dicks, our best dicks, and could also get us flagged and kicked off. Probably not, but
that's probably good for us to get flagged. So I'll take it.
Give us any kind of any press is good press, I guess.
It is Valentine's Day weekend has come and gone. How are you doing? How was your Valentine? You survived. How did it go?
Not too bad, actually. I told you last week we didn't really have any plans. The girls, well, Natalie slept at my in-laws. Sadie went over there to hang out, and then we had to pick her up at like 9 o'clock. So it was right in the middle of the night. We ordered food from White Chocolate Grill. Picked that up, came back, watched What We Do in the Shadows for like a couple hours, and then I picked up Sadie, and that's about it. But it was nice not going out. Granted, I mean, we went out to pick up the food, but just like when I got in there, we ordered early because we were worried it was going to take forever, even just to get like carry out. And I mean, the place was fucking slammed. It was like 5:30. I mean, like you already see the miserable people, like the guy standing like against with his girl, like laying on him because they've been there for 45 minutes, and it's just like, I don't miss any of this. So my Valentine's Day was pretty good. How about you?
I thought you were going to say White Castle. I was really hoping you were going White Castle.
White Castle Grill. Yeah, no, White Chocolate Grill.
I know White Castle does that thing, right? Don't they have like a special Valentine's Day dinner or whatever?
Yeah. I think they still do that. I don't know for sure, but
that's the way to go, if you ask me. Mine was good. We actually celebrated more the day before Valentine's Day than we did the day of, although we just hung out the day of as well, and went to dinner. Oh, I guess we did go to dinner but you know what? Our dinner was at like 3 p.m. So at a Polish restaurant. So I don't know if it was exactly the prime area for a Valentine's Day dinner. Man, but the night before,
Valentine's Day up the right way. Polish restaurants, 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Love it.
On Friday, we actually I brought home a heart-shaped pizza because I'm a generic person.
Hey.
And some ice cream because that's what we always do.
Oh yeah.
And then we painted each other's bodies. That sounds way better to say it that way, but it's we just painted pictures of each other. Apparently, this is a trend online where you sit across from your loved one and you guys paint pictures of each other, and then you present the picture so that they look at it. So they can't see the picture until it is completely finished or whatever. And I think women are probably better painters than men and probably understand mixing colors better as well.
So this is all just your stereotype based on the fact that Megan was better at these things than you, correct? Because I am a pretty damn good painter.
And I've seen some video clips on Instagram, and it's usually the guy messing it up.
Gotcha. All right.
That being said, there's just a lot of bad painters in general out there. And I was thinking if we were going to do today's show live, we should have done a live version where we paint each other's bodies. Once again, I don't know why I keep saying it that way, but I thought it was very interesting, and it turned out pretty bad. It turns out I cannot paint. I was doing okay at a certain point. Like, I wouldn't call it respectable, what I was doing, but I would say like it wasn't the worst thing in the world. And then I got to the cheeks. Now I took
Yeah, it's tough,
your advice here with the eyes in the
right?
middle,
Yeah,
and it didn't really help because I didn't know how to draw the actual eyes. So
yeah,
like I was able to draw around, but then she looked like Satan in the pupils. You know what I mean?
yes,
The So that was a difficult part. But then she, this crease thing that people have right here, this part
yeah.
right here. I said, "Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be very detailed. I'm gonna draw this beautiful picture." And the second that I did that, she looked like Hulk Hogan because it looked like a mustache immediately. And I will try to send you a picture or something
Oh,
so you
I've
can.
seen him already. I've
Oh,
seen
okay,
him. Yeah, I
okay.
saw him on Instagram. Megan posted him.
Yeah, so I didn't do her justice in that department, but I tried to. I don't know how to mix colors, like
Yeah,
skin color. I was like, black and white. What do you do? Like orange?
yeah.
I have no
Gray,
clue.
Gray's a good one.
Yeah,
You
so no
know,
clue.
I give you guys all the credit in the world for doing that because yes, this is like it's for fun, It's like, hey, let's have fun. And by the way, to clarify for anyone, they are painting pictures of each other's bodies, not painting
Uh,
each other's bodies. There you go. But
and
no,
not
cuz
just
I
bodies, our faces as well,
yeah. But
and a background.
I thought of Napoleon Dynamite just because it's like, when he paints or draws the picture and he's like, "Oh, it took me longer to draw the shading on your upper lip." And that's the funny thing about like the harder you try to make it look good, the worse it's going to look. And that's the thing, and that's what so I
Yeah.
give you guys credit because it's one of those things where you could turn this around and Megan's first response could be, "Are you fucking kidding?" Or like, "Is this a joke?" Or like, or it could be, "Oh, hey, you really tried on that." Or she could be happy. But yeah, you
Well,
never know. I mean, that's tough. It's tough.
a very funny part was before any of this happened, she was like, "Yeah, we could draw each other's faces, and then I could get a tattoo of the what." And I was like, after I drew it, I was like, "You gonna get that tattoo now?" Because I also forgot that Megan has a neck, so she looks
Yeah,
a
most of
lot
us do.
wider than she normally is,
She looks like
and
Brian Urlacher.
yeah. So now it turns out I'm gonna get the tattoo of her on my chest.
Are
So
you really?
no,
You should.
absolutely not.
Damn.
That should be burned to the stake, but instead it's sitting on our dining room table because she doesn't want to throw it out for some reason. So, and then
Awesome.
mine, the one that she drew of me, it just looked like I had mold on my face. She was trying to draw a 5 o'clock shadow or something, and it was mold. It's like I was in a 110-degree attic
Is that
for way too long.
penicillin? Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So it's my new
Ah,
Instagram picture, though. It's my new Instagram profile picture, and it will
is
be,
it?
yeah, until someone else draws a picture of me. So
Oh man. I really did like I was gonna text you this weekend and be like, let's do it. Let's do a live recording because it's 60 degrees out. If you're not watching on the YouTube, we are doing Google Meets again. We have to. I have been sick all week. I cannot shake this. It sucks. I left work early on like Wednesday, I think, and then I took the next day off, came back to work, shouldn't have. And then we had a nice 3-day weekend for President's Day, 60 degrees. What the hell? President's Day is the new Labor Day weekend, I guess. We literally grilled yesterday. It was amazing.
wow.
But anyway, um, yeah, so I've been sick for this whole President's Day. It sucks, man. It just it really sucks. And
Did you say you had the day off?
yeah, I had the day off, but I've been sick this whole weekend. And we got our taxes done on Valentine's Day. I forgot to mention
Oh
that.
yeah,
So if I could quickly talk about that, that was a fun experience. So we've
sure.
been doing this. So College of DuPage, we've been doing this the last like 3 or 4 years. They have a free tax seminar. So it's like the people training to be accountants, whatever. They help you out. They do your thing, and then they have the professionals that walk around at the end just to make sure everything's all good. So it's been a pretty good experience the last few years. Like I said, the big selling point is that it's free. Okay, and plus, like since I've got all the eBay stuff now, I had a W-2 for my school. Joni did some schooling this year, so we had like 5 or 6 forms. So it was like this is perfect. But anyway, so we were scheduled at 1 o'clock. We get there at 1 o'clock. Now we live 5 minutes away, so we planned this perfectly. It's like, all right, get there at 1 o'clock. Sign in, and they're like, all right, here's your number. Sorry, we're running a little bit behind today, so if you could just be patient. Sure. So they give us our number. We're number 49. We sit down and they call number 4.
Ooh,
Number 4. So I immediately just like Jody could see my face do the, because I didn't know where they were at first. Like man, I thought we'd be waiting maybe like 30 minutes or so. So about an hour and 20 minutes later, we finally got called, which was actually sooner than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, it's just that like taxes suck. I mean, like I don't know if you guys got yours done yet,
nope.
and there's just one thing I want to bitch about because that our government is awful. We know that anyway. But so in the midst of doing our taxes, something
I'd
comes up
like,
on
for the record, I love our government, and I
yeah.
think we're number one. So, go on.
Oh, okay. So anyway, something comes up on Joni's thing, and they ask there's a question on there asking, like, as a teacher, if you're spending your own money, like if you like basically money that hasn't been given to you from the school for classes and stuff. She's like, yeah, absolutely. I think every teacher does that. So, a new thing in Illinois, which is amazing for any teacher, is that you can get up to $500. Literally, like if you say you've spent over $500, they will give you $500, and that is going back to the teacher. So it's awesome. However, you need your 4-digit teacher ID code, which it's so convenient to me that they have your social security, they have your address, they know what school you work at, they know what your profession is, but when it comes to, hey, we'll give you 500 bucks, but you got to find this 4-digit pin, which took her like 30 minutes to find it. And it's just so frustrating because even the tax guys are like, no, 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 you have to do this. Like that, like, because they asked if she had spent over that amount. And she's like, yeah, easily. They're like, well, then come back tomorrow and do it. Like, you'll get 500 bucks for this. So luckily she found it, but just more bullshit. And it's why I hate doing this shit. And that's why we let someone do it for free. But like all this stuff that the government knows, but they still want you to do it. You know what I mean? It's like because
Yeah,
they know when your taxes are wrong. They know when you're doing it wrong, but for some reason they still need us to do it. You know?
I agree.
Oh,
Teachers should
oh,
not get money back.
absolutely. That's where this whole thing started from.
They already get summers off. What else do you want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
So,
know. Yeah,
sorry to hear
taxes
that,
suck,
buddy.
man. Yeah, another thing with this weather, real quick, that is throwing me off because again, 65 degrees today. I'm looking outside, talking to Joni, and I'm like, "You think I should get out there and start, maybe trimming some stuff back?" And she's like, it's February, right? And I'm just like, yeah, it totally fucked me because this sucks. Like, we still have like another month and a half of just, you know, I
Yeah.
mean, like it might be an early spring, but I don't
My
know, man.
tulips started blossoming.
No, did they really?
Not tulips, daffodils maybe. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they're daffodils. But yeah, in my backyard, I sent a picture to my mom today because I was like, it's
Oh,
February and stuff
why
is
don't you
starting to
send me a
sprout.
pic, man? I thought we were gardening buddies.
I will. I will
Okay,
when the time
because
is
like,
right.
well, now I have to go out back and check mine because yeah, those are the ones that come up and you're so excited, but then they're dead by like June. But they
Yeah,
look great coming
even
up.
earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, before school gets out.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
uh I'm not being tricked by this weather. I'm still wearing a jacket. I'm not I'm not falling for this. I've been sick too much this year and I don't want to get sick again and I know it's February, so I'm not pulling the trigger yet. Um
That's probably why I'm sick. I wear shorts like every day.
yeah. You're a bad person.
Yeah. Jesus. Um,
It had nothing to do with the gardening.
hey,
Anyway, what
you
else
know
is
what?
going on?
I got a question for you. So I asked you
Okay.
earlier in the week because I was listening to the radio and a song came on that I fucking hate because I've heard this song many, many times, of course, and I don't understand. I didn't even know who sang it actually, so I had to look it up, and it was just like, okay, it makes sense. So I got a question for you. Before I explain to you, before I reveal what is the worst song ever created, what do you think the worst song ever created is?
It's obviously subjective.
Yes.
Can I ask what genre of music you were listening to?
Okay, I'll just tell you. All right, so or no, 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 okay, I'll let you guess a little bit. Okay, I guess it would be classic rock. We're talking like
Ooh,
late 70s, and I'll just say a gay man singing.
so it's an Elton John song,
It is very good.
Tiny Dancer.
No, I love that song.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like all mad at you. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love that song, asshole. Hold on,
No.
I gotta check what it is.
See, I don't have a song that I particularly really, really hate. Like Megan hates Neil Diamond with a passion.
Okay.
Um, any Neil Diamond really, and she just gets furious. For me, there's a couple songs, and they're mostly like '90s songs, maybe even 2000s. Like whoever sings that "She effing hates me"
Yeah,
song.
that's
No,
Puddle of Mud. No, 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 no.
that sounds right. That sounds
I
right.
think it was Puddle of Mud. Yeah. She fucking.
That one, the Bare Naked Ladies song, "It's Been," that one. I love the "It's Been" part. I do that all the
Well, let's
time.
burn, and then it goes downhill.
Can't hate the song. Smash Mouth. Somebody. Once I hear that, forget it.
Yeah.
These are all songs that I will change the station or whatever I'm listening to if they pop up.
Okay.
But the worst to me, like I've always hated this song. Once again, like hate is a really strong word. Like I don't get mad when I hear this song, but I will not listen to it. It's Butterfly by Crazy Town.
Yeah.
I
Come, my
can't.
lady. Come, my lady. Have
Oh,
you ever seen the movie Orange County with Jack Black?
yeah, yeah.
Great movie. I'm surprised we've never talked. Catherine O'Hara was the mom in that. I just remember, by the way. But that song's in that movie like 3 or 4 times. I'll
Uh,
never forget that because it must have been when that song was like hot. But yeah, that's ooh.
I can't believe that song was ever popular.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
there's a
so
lot of songs that
popular.
I don't like that you're like, well, I understand why that's popular. It's very catchy. That song to me is just like an annoying song.
Yeah, and it
And
wasn't like good-looking guys either. You know, it wasn't like a boy band. It was just like
didn't the
meth
singer
heads.
die? The singer
No,
died,
he's
right?
still alive. Well, one of them, maybe one of them, but the main guy, I think Shifty Shell Shock is his name. I believe he's still alive, but like
How do
it's
you
one of
know all
those.
this about Crazy Town?
Dude, I have like yeah, I have a weird memory of stuff. But anyway, I think the last I saw it was him like doing like he was on a podcast singing that song, and it was like yeah, like everyone was like feeling it, but like his teeth were all fucking gone and like methed out and shit. And
Oh,
so
he's
that might have
dead.
been okay. So
He-
then that was a while ago. Then all right,
June 24th, 2024.
okay.
R.I.P. Shifty Shell Shock, aka
Yeah.
Seth Brooks Binzer.
Seth Binzer, man,
Yeah.
gone too early. Okay, but anyway, the worst song in the world is called "Crocodile Rock" by Elton John, and it is the
Okay.
one that goes la 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 la
Oh.
la 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 la. Yeah, that
Oof.
one. I hate that song so much. Like it's so weird because it sounds so much like Feliz Navidad to me, but I love that song because it's such a fun that I just like imagine a happy little Hispanic man playing his guitar. But yeah, Crocodile Rock. Every time I hear it, it's and again, I never even knew who sing it. Like I had to Google. I kept typing in like L-A-A-A-A-L-A-L-A-L-A-L-A, like trying to, and then it's like, but they cut every song that's got like a la in it, you know. So, yeah,
Speaking of La, MU330 is playing a show in March with Something to Do, the band that I've seen 4 times in the last year, the ska band that plays the song "Draw Me Like One of Your French Girl." That has nothing to do with anything with Elton John, whatever. But MU330 is playing, which is crazy. They don't play shows anymore. So, you want to go to St. Louis next month?
where does the la come in for that?
They have a
Do
song
they have
called
a?
"La."
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were like from L.A. or something or
The
Louisiana.
chorus
Excuse me.
is la 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 la.
Okay,
So,
we'll put my laws up against your laws. We'll see
oh,
some.
yours are better. Yours
Yeah.
were a little creepy.
La la
They
la
were.
la
It's
la.
like a small doll or something. Like
It
mine are
is.
just stupid. But
It's from 1973. I said 78. I was totally wrong though.
maybe we can harmonize our laws.
Okay, you ready?
No,
No,
absolutely not.
no, we won't do that. Okay,
Okay, yeah, that song sucks. You're absolutely correct.
thank you. Yeah, these are the things that in my head I'm like, you know what? I got to see what Sasha thinks about this. So, yeah, I
Mhm.
did a lot of talking, man. How was your week otherwise?
It was fine. It was Valentine's Day, and it was one of those weekends that I had. weeks that I had really, but the weekend was also. It was kind of like when you have a lot of stuff to do and you can't get anything done, like, and then Monday is already here, and you're like, well, I'm not going to do anything till at least next weekend. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of those types of weekend. And I ran 6 miles yesterday. Yeah, I got to tell you how many miles. And then once I was done, I was like very tired and like depleted energy, and it just ruined my entire day. So,
is this
not
like Peloton, or do you ever run that far, like literally, like around, like in the wild? We'll say.
Yeah, I run that far in the wild, but it's still too cold for me. Even with our nice weather, I'm like, nah, I'm in the basement. I don't mind running on the treadmill. I enjoy it. I think people who don't like it, I think it's an excuse. I think you got to break that barrier. And you know how people are like, oh, I can't run on the treadmill. You know, it's so boring. There's nothing to whatever.
I mean, it kind of is, but
I know, because you haven't broken the barrier.
Yeah. No,
you gotta break the barrier.
No, that wasn't me trying to be like a smart ass, but like, yeah, I think that because not like I'm like, I've been trying to get on treadmills lately, but no, even like in weight room, like type stuff. Like I've signed up for the gym before, but it's like when you don't have like a friend there with you, it sucks. It really sucks, and it's just like,
Yeah,
also,
you know what you got to do though?
I signed up for the weight room.
You know what you got to do? You got to break down the barrier, bro. You got to break it down. You don't need a friend to break barriers.
Just like Rosa Parks did, my friend.
Just like Rosa Parks
like that.
On a Peloton.
Yeah.
You just break the barriers.
All right, I'll get one tomorrow.
Anyway, thumbs up, thumbs down. What's going on? What have we been putting inside of our bodies? Musically and otherwise. I got 2 things for you this week that I heard. This one I think you're going to like. Maybe you even already know that this came out. It's by a band called Brookhurst. Have you heard Brookhurst?
I have not.
Have you heard Steven Junefeld? Junefeld?
I got a message from my brother about a band called Steve's in the Band, if that's what you're getting at. No?
That's not, but it's maybe that's the guy, because he used to be in Craig's Brother, which is a band.
Like Lagwagon.
Yeah, cool sounding band.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't know where I started listening to him. I thought you told me about him on this podcast, which still may be true. We don't remember a lot of stuff that we say. But I think you would love this guy as far as like talent-wise and the songs that he writes. And so this is I believe his current band, Brookhurst. They put out an album called Chernobyl Gesture.
Okay.
And it's exactly what you think you would like. It's just like straight up skate punk that's like really well done, and good singing, good lyrics, good everything. I don't know if it's like you're not gonna love it. It's not you're next to a Wilhelm scream or anything like that, but I do think you'd like it. And
good background music.
Good background music for sure. So thumbs up to him in general. He has a lot of projects that he does, and this is just the latest release that he's done.
What's his name again? I'm sorry, Steve what?
His name is like Steven Junefield or something like that. Let me see if I can find it really quick, because
my brother sent me a message yesterday, and it was just this band called Steve's in the Band, but I think they're local. So it might not be who you're talking, but that's just funny that because you were asking, I thought maybe your cousin sent you music because Rob sent me music, and that's usually when everyone's usually on Fridays. It's
he actually did send me this too, but I had already heard it by the time he sent me it, because I follow this guy on Instagram, Steven Neufeld. Middle name is a J, so that's why I'm just mashing everything together. I'm just mashing it, He's been in the Clover Hearts, Craig's Brother, Brookhurst, This Legend, and Hey Mike. Songwriter, guitarist, vocalist, drummer, bassist, producer. So yeah, he does a lot of stuff here.
He doesn't play any horns though.
No horns. That's why he's not a true musician. So
so
check that out. Only you. No one else will. And but it's for you anyway. So and then the other thing that I want to give a thumbs up to was NBA All-Star Weekend was this weekend, and
I saw some of the dunk contest.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. but it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. But the
Okay.
biggest problem that they had was they didn't get Mac McClung, the
Yeah.
three-time current defending champion and current Windy City Bull / Chicago Bull, Mac McClung. They asked him to be in it, and even crazier, he released the 4 dunks that he would have done if he was in it, and they were all way better than anything that was in the
Oh
dunk
yeah.
contest. That being said, the dunk contest was 4 people who you've never heard of, young
Hmm.
guys,
Usually
and
is.
guys trying to establish themselves. And the guy who won it in a kind of crappy way, because if the dunk contest doesn't play out where the last guy wins, it's kind of like
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
he's the champion, and then that guy's like standing in the corner. You can't defeat that. Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Unless the last guy gets a 50 and then and it ends on a high note or whatever. But I liked it. These guys, it was pretty good. They've set these rules in place where you only get a certain amount of attempts and stuff. So
Okay.
you can't just miss 12 times and whatever. You get 3 real attempts to dunk it. And
Okay.
a lot of these guys were hitting it on the first or second try. Like I said, not great. Definitely not going down in the history books. But I will say this: the 3-point contest was incredible. The skills competition was very good because the New York Knicks won. And the actual All-Star game itself this year, they switched the format around to where it was 3 different teams, a world team, and then 2
Hmm.
different American teams, like a young American team and like an old guys American team. And you play each team twice or whatever, and whoever has more wins and points, whatever, that determines the finals. And it was awesome. And everybody was like playing defense. It was not the All-Star game that's just like crappy and everybody's
Yeah.
dunking or whatever. Like these guys,
196 to 185.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they played like one 12-minute game, and then like 2 different teams played another 12-minute, whatever it was.
Hmm.
And it was pretty awesome. Like, I don't really watch the All-Star game, and I'm a basketball fan. And this thing just happened to randomly be on, and I was into it because the players were into it. And so it
That's
was really
good.
good stuff. So
Nice.
thumbs up to the NBA All-Star game. A surprising thumbs up, because normally it's like not not that good, but
Yeah.
I think they overall did a good job.
Who won the 3-point contest?
Damian Lillard became the
Oh,
third
okay.
3-time champion. And it's crazy because he hasn't played a game this season. He tore his like meniscus or whatever at the end of last year. And so he was shooting threes wearing
I
like
was gonna say
sweatpants.
he's been shooting threes for the last 8 months. He's
Yeah.
got nothing else to do.
But it went down to the finals. The 3 guys who were in it, and Devin Booker had a chance to win at the end, and he missed the final 3-pointers. All he had to do was make one of them, and he would have won it. And he missed the final 3, so it was exciting as well. Good job, NBA. Next year it's in Phoenix, so me and you are going to go live, and we're going to go meet up with Hattori Hanzo, and that's it.
Sounds good.
See you there.
Okay. All right, I got a few things here. Where do I start? I'll start off with some music, I guess. New album, Story of the Year. The album is called Arson. It's abbreviated. I don't know why, but anyway, this album is okay. I'm gonna give this a thumbs nah. So like I'm gonna say in the middle. My only reason is because this album just did absolutely nothing to like kind of like I don't know make my ears twitch. And I don't know. It's not bad, but there's nothing special about it. It just sounds like ever like the last 3 or 4 Story of the Year albums. I was a big fan of these guys for probably the first half of their career, and I'm still a fan of them. Like even the bass player actually follows me on my Parks and Rec
Hmm.
Instagram account, which is cool because like I can talk to him personally, just be like, "Hey man, the album was great," you know. And I'm totally bragging, and no one gives a shit. But anyway, this album though, like I said, it's fine. You throw it on, cool, it jams and everything, but there's nothing that stands out, so it's like a thumbs in between. Um, okay, this one. I don't have like a big sample. This is just a little sample size. And I actually had a question for you on this because I started checking out this comedian. I watched probably about 20 minutes of him through a lot of reels and then I started one of his specials. Kanan Gill.
Never heard of him.
He is, for lack of better, a South Asian comedian, Indian to the uh, I don't know. But yeah, he's got the accent and everything, so it's like really fun. I got like it's weird because I was telling Joni about this, and it's like not to sound like an asshole, but it's like when you're on the phone with someone who sounds like this and is trying to, like telling you credit card information and shit, and you're like, I fucking hate this so goddamn much. But then when it's playful and there's a comedian who's talking kind of like this, it's like it's very fun, like doing the head shaking and stuff. And like I'm not trying not to sound like insensitive or anything, but like I don't know if that's how he actually talks or if it's for the like a bit. Like if he's just going like over the top because his English is really good, but it's like
Okay.
like with the accent. But no, he just yeah, I saw him on Reels. He's got a Netflix special. I can't remember
Wow.
what it's called. I started watching it, but like I said, I only got about 20 minutes in. I thought maybe you would have heard of him, but he was cracking me up. So Kanan Gill, let's say keep an eye out for him. Thumbs up there. Um, this is a weird one, just because I kind of wrote down a bunch of random shit here. I know you go on social media sometimes. You go on you ever go on Threads off of Instagram?
No.
Dude, Threads is like the fucking like it's it's people are mean on Threads. Like so like and they got me because like Instagram does it really well, like where you're panning through and then they give you that little one from Threads where they give you just enough of the story where you're like, I want to, like clickbait basically. Plus, I also signed up for Threads for this podcast. But either way, man, I feel like Instagram, they do like at least a better job of censoring some things. That's like you jump down to Threads for like the black market and like yeah, like the what is it got like the dark web almost. I mean, it's like people are just fucking mean down there. So Threads, fuck you, man. Like they hook me every time, but most of it's clickbait and bullshit and like people arguing with like bots and shit. And anyway, so Threads, you suck. Okay. I got a big thumbs up for my last one. And this coincides with something you talked about last week, which was Predator. I watched the brand new one, Predator
Mm,
Badlands. Okay.
okay.
You have Hulu?
I have many ways to watch this. Yes.
Okay. I recommend it. I'm going to say right off the bat, though, this might, like, so people that are like die hard, like Predator fans, like, oh, the Predator, he's a killing machine, he's a hunt. You're like kind of you're rooting for the Predator in this one. I mean, depending on the kind of person you are, you might be rooting for the Predator in all the movies. But in this one, it's the story is told from what like how the Predator's life is. This is a Predator who like on his home planet, he's not accepted because like he's kind of the runt of the family. So he decides that he's going to go to the most dangerous planet in like the solar system and he's going to bring home this
This
trophy
sounds
of like this.
horrible.
No, it's
Emo Predator coming to a
no.
theater near you. He was bullied as a child and he grew out his hair and put it on towards one side of his face.
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be hilarious. Listen to like My Chemical Romance, but
Yeah.
no, it's just it's a different Predator movie because there's actually like some dialogue. I mean, he doesn't talk like us, which would have been fucking hilarious. It's like, hello
Yeah.
there, I'm a predator. Uh,
Oh, nobody
yeah,
likes me.
but no, it's just like yeah, he's like the runt of the family and he's got to prove himself. So it's a cool movie with like a lot of like cool looking monsters because he's on this planet that's like supposed to be like the most dangerous one in like the galaxy or what I don't know or like their solar system. But uh, really cool
What's the
action.
difference between a galaxy and a solar system?
I don't know. I think one of them is the other one. But yeah, I don't know. But no, it's a cool movie. It's only PG-13, but there's no actual human characters in it. It's like androids and other monsters, so it can be like bloody as hell as long as it's not red blood. I don't know if you knew that. That's like one of the tricks they get away with sci-fi movies. If it's not
No.
a human, like if you're not showing red blood, you can get away with way more. Like if you're killing humans that are like robots and it's like green blood and shit, you could be cutting heads off and all this shit as long as it's like yeah, like I said, oh those
Huh.
aren't humans. So they kind of got away with it. But yeah, Predator Badlands, yeah, it does. It's funny now that you say it. It does kind of sound like it, yeah, because he's got the long hair and everything. But no, it was fun. It was fun. Definitely different than the Arnold one, and the technology's awesome. And the Predator looks great. I mean, for the amount of CGI they had to use because it's constantly on this thing's face, it looks awesome. So you
I,
might it
I
might be. Go ahead.
I'll say that it does look pretty cool, and I think producer Tony also told me that I should watch it. It was pretty good. Um, I don't know if I'll get there because I want to watch Predator 2 before I commit to the newest Predator,
Yeah.
knowing that I don't have to watch 2 to get 3 or whatever.
You
But
don't have to watch any of them in order, to be honest.
yeah, but that being said, I just like to do that anyway. And I don't know. I'll get there eventually. I think it's on the list. I'll say it's on the list.
I would also go back and watch Prey. That was the one that came out like 2 or 3 years ago. That
Okay.
was another Predator story. It was just kind of like its own thing, but it was awesome. It was directed by this same guy who did Badlands. So
Okay.
Predator's actually kind of looking up franchise-wise, where Aliens is not.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thumbs up for that. So that's what I got.
Okay. Excellent. And that takes us to our top 3 dicks.
Yeah.
Ricks, Richards, Derek's, and no other name.
And
that's where we
Black.
stop it. Whoa. I'm gonna start things off with my number 3. I'm gonna go with somebody that I don't know if you remember him or not, but he's from the 80s WWF era.
Yes.
No, it's not who you think it is.
Okay.
The man.
Wait, go ahead.
That's my hint. He's spraying the arrogance.
Yes.
It's Rick, the model Martel.
Martel, yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking Ravishing Rick Rude.
I know.
Or the Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat is a good one too. No, I loved Rick Martel when I was a kid. He was one of the first bad guys that I ever cheered for. Love the arrogance. Love spraying people with a
spray. Hell yeah, that's great.
I
forgot about that.
Attached to a bike pump, tire pump, or whatever.
What was he? When he was with Tito Santana.
Strike Force.
Strike Force. Okay, yeah. That's great.
Tito Santana. Yeah. Right.
And he was married to Sherry Martel, right?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think there was any.
Oh, okay. No.
But now you got me interested in, was Strike Force their name?
I think it was Strike Force because that's what I was thinking, or Strike Team, or
with like the white tights or whatever it was. Yeah. Strike Force, popular tag team from the late 80s. Tito Santana and Rick the Model
and
Martel.
Rick Martel.
Excellent. That's my
number
3.
So he was a face then at one point, obviously, right?
I
don't think Tito was ever a bad guy, was he?
Oh, Strike Force? Yeah, Strike Force was good. I would think. Okay. I don't remember.
All right.
Man, I'm too old.
Strike Force is also a popular brand of bowling shoes, by the way. Okay, my number 3.
Thank you for bringing that to the pod.
You're welcome. I sold a pair over the summer. My number 3 is a character from you guessed it series, Richie Tozier, who in the movies is played by Finn Wolfhard and Bill Hader. He is the best character in both of the movies, probably the best character in the books as well. He's hilarious. He's raunchy. And I've talked about these movies many times. Bill Hader was arguably the only good thing about the second movie. The first one's really good, but but it's still a great character. Richie Tozier.
My number 2 is going to be someone who a lot of people don't like. A lot of people think he is a con artist, perhaps.
Okay, nice.
I'm going with music producer Rick Rubin.
Okay.
I love Rick Rubin. I think he's I like his thoughts on creativity. I've read his book that came out a couple years ago, and I watch interviews with him. I like his podcast where he interviews other people about creativity. All of that stuff is really interesting to me, how he talks about all that stuff. That being said, I don't know if he's a con artist or not when it comes to music. You know, he's done Beastie Boys and Slayer and Red Hot Chili Peppers and produced all these songs. And anytime you watch these like documentaries or stuff that he's in, you know, he's not picking up a guitar and playing, although he can play guitar, but he's not like telling them how to play songs or whatever. He's just kind of like going through his creative philosophies and trying to get them to think in that way.
Yeah.
Or changing a song up a little bit, or hey, let's do this instead of worrying about this song right now. So it's like this hippie, like I don't know, but I understand why people don't believe that he is talented, but I'm not one of those people because I don't really know what it is that he does. But the way
Okay.
that he speaks about creativity, I can like relate when I'm trying to write songs or I'm stuck in a certain spot or whatever. So Rick Rubin, number 2.
So Rick Rubin, the grifter, number 2.
Ouch. Your
Love
words,
it.
not mine.
Okay.
Grift
All right.
Rubin.
Grift Rubin, good one. My number 2 is Richard Jenkins. Are you familiar with this name? I know you know the actor.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So he is the dad in Step Brothers. I don't know, what is he?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
I,
yeah. Do you know who
I
I'm talking about?
yeah, I brought him up about an hour ago
Did you really?
because I thought he was the guy who just died today.
Oh no, did he?
No. It's a different guy who died
Oh
today.
God.
But
Okay.
I thought he was him. Do you know who I'm talking about? The guy who died today? He's
I
from
have
The
no idea who
Godfather.
died today. I don't know. But Richard Jenkins, yeah, he's the dad in Step Brothers. Whose dad is he? I think he's is he John C. Riley's dad? Or is he Will Ferrell's dad? I don't remember.
He is, yeah, good call. John
Well,
C.
either way,
Riley.
he's he's the one that's not Mary Steenburgen. He is also in all of the, not all of them, but like most of the Farley Brothers movies, Fairley Brothers, like Something About Mary, Say It Isn't So, all of those. And then he was also in one of my favorite horror movies, which is Cabin in the Woods. But just a great like old time actor who's in a ton of shit. And I just like whenever he gets comedic roles, I think he's absolutely hysterical. Yeah, like in Step Brothers, just like watching an old man. Anytime like old guys are like funny like that and they can get angry and swear, it's
Yeah.
great. So yeah, Richard Jenkins, I love him.
Robert Duvall is the guy who died today, 95 years old.
Oh, okay.
So
Rest in
I don't
peace.
know who either of them are.
Yeah.
Anyway, to my number 1,
Okay.
top dog, all timer.
Okay.
Don't really pay too much attention to his career anymore, but I used to. Former New York Knick, Boston Celtic, Louisville Cardinals, Providence, current St. John's head coach, Rick Pitino.
I thought you were going to say Rick Fox.
I love Rick Pitino. He's always been one of my favorite coaches. I believe he's corrupt. He's Italian. Come on.
Most of them are.
And I just love him. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. And, I haven't really paid too much attention to what he's been doing the past couple of years, but I don't need to. I believe that St. John's will probably win a championship or come close to it because he knows what he's doing and how to do it. Rick Pitino, my number 1 top Rick of all time.
All right. Before we get to our potent notables, I'll go over my number 1 Rick. It's another one you're not going to know because it's a TV character. It is Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, father of Coral. You're not going to understand any of this. And
Nope.
Shug and Elf might be the only two because I don't think Putski listens to this podcast. But anyway, Rick Grimes, played by Andrew Lincoln. The Walking Dead is, I want to say it's one of my favorite shows because I loved it so much. I mean, it got really bad towards the end. I mean, like almost unwatchable. And they just keep making these fucking spin-off shows that just, and there was a spin-off show with this character, him and then his girlfriend on the show. And it was fine. I mean, it was good seeing them again, but his character was basically killed off on the show, but not, you found out he wasn't killed off. He just wanted to be written off because he didn't want to do it anymore. And yeah, the show kind of went to shit when he left. So but I think, yeah, he's an awesome character, and he's got a British accent, so he does the American one, but you can always tell when it's coming out in actors, especially like when they're crying or getting emotional. I love that. But yeah, Andrew Lincoln playing Rick Grimes is my favorite Rick. So why don't you do your potent notables and I'll do mine.
I got Ricky Morton, Rock and Roll Express.
Okay.
Rick Brunson, father of Jalen Brunson, former Chicago Bull, along with many others.
Just for giving birth to Jalen Brunson, or not?
Yeah,
well,
and he's
obviously
hilarious.
didn't give birth, but he helped.
he won he helped win the skills competition this week because each team had a
I,
like special guest passer and he was the
yeah.
passer.
Did they do the one? I remember they did one years back where it was like the Giannis and his three brothers, but it's like they have to
Yeah.
shoot like a 3-pointer, then one from like the half court line, and then someone's
Yep.
got to hit one. Okay, so
That's
all
what they
right, so
won.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And it's funny, his relationship with Jalen Brunson is like um people know him as like tough dad, and Jalen Brunson's always like avoiding him basically and whatever.
Oh,
And so before the skills competition, they were talking to them. They're like, Rick, how's it gonna go? And he's like, we're ready. We're ready to win this. Blah blah blah. And then
oh
they talk to
God,
Jalen Brunson. They're like, how is it with your dad throwing the ball? And he's like, I'm not having a good time. That's what he said.
this sucks. That's
So Rick
hilarious.
Brunson's on my list. Ricky Lake. Uh,
Oh wow.
the show was fine. I don't really remember too much of the show, but she was also in King of Queens. She was Doug
Okay.
Heffernan's sister for a couple seasons until she disappeared and they wrote her
Eh,
off. The
okay.
Duncan Dutchman, Rick Smits, former Indiana
Oh
Pacer.
wow. Nice. His
The only
white ass.
good Dutchman, if you ask me. Rick Rude, we talked about him a little
Yeah.
bit. Dick Vitale, who's NCAA's voice for decades and decades.
You got it, baby.
And then the newest Dick, Grady Dick, Toronto Raptors Grady Dick. Now, if you don't know
Oh,
about
that's a
Grady
great
Dick, you're going
name.
to learn today. Grady Dick is hilarious. He's like a 6'7" white guy, and the commentators are like, Dick to the hole. Like
Oh yeah, there you go.
consistently just making jokes. And he's gotten, I believe he's been fined uh, or at least like talked to a couple times or whatever because they do jersey swaps
Yep,
after
yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
So he'll switch with like Jalen Brown, and then it'll just say like Brown
Brown
Dick
dick,
for
yep.
the picture opportunity. Which I think I now know what the picture is going to be for this this
Hell
episode.
yeah.
Um,
Brown dick.
so yeah, Grady Dick is the man, and he's pretty good player as well. So that's my potent notables. You?
That's amazing that we don't. I mean, there's a lot of Ricks in the world, but we have zero potent notables or zero like of the same. For my potent notables, I have Ricky Rackman from Headbangers
Oh,
Ball.
that's
Yeah, he
solid.
was the man. I like it was funny. I was looking that up too, and they said there is still to this day no known reason why that show was canceled. It just was. Now, did Matt Pinfield do that show too, or did he do? Because I know he did 120 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did 120 minutes. I don't think he did Headbangers Ball.
Okay, because Matt Pinfield was like fucking like God, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, just like the most boring human being alive. I was gonna
Okay.
say like TV Nyquil, basically.
He
Okay,
just recently almost died like twice and came back to life and like
he's
whatever he's
still
on now.
alive.
Still
All right,
alive,
good. I
still
don't feel
kicking.
bad. I felt bad when I talked bad about Louis Anderson without knowing he was dead. Okay, as we're laughing about it. All right, my second notable, former Miami Dolphins running back Ricky Williams.
Oh,
I had
nice.
this guy on my team a bunch of times, and I just love the fact that this guy just couldn't stop smoking weed. It's just so funny. I mean, I remember he did. It was like a 60 minutes interview or something like that, and they asked him straight up why he quit playing. It was like, well, I wanted to go out and explore. And the guy basically told me, he's like, you're a liar. He's like, you just can't stop failing drug tests. It was so good. Um, and then my last one is the character of Rick James, played by Dave Chappelle, one of the best characters ever, one of the best skits ever. And
So
yeah,
not actual Rick James, but the character
no,
being played by
in all
Dave Chappelle.
honesty, I don't know Rick James enough. I don't appreciate him enough, but I've watched that Dave Chappelle skit probably 1,000 times. So,
Okay.
all right, let's go
And
to
that takes us
our
to our
worst
bottom.
dicks. Oof. All
You
right,
want to
you know
start
what?
it off?
Yeah, let me start this one. Okay, what do we got here? All right, my number one. Well, I'm gonna go with Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Kind of a shitbag, killed about 15 people in the 70s and 80s. This guy was just awful. I was looking up some of his murders. He actually stomped someone's head in while they were sleeping. A lot of sexual assault, breaking and entering. Also, the people he didn't kill, he basically just embarrassed them and made them feel terrible and degraded them. And yeah, just my kind of serial killer. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough room on the top. So Richard Ramirez, you son of a bitch, I hate you.
Okay. You seem to have had a way easier time than I did with this list. I'm going with a tie at number 3 because
Okay.
I can't tell you which one of these person is which, whether they are singing, whether they're standing next to each other. So they're both my number 3. And I'm talking about Richard Marx and Rick Springfield. I don't know
Nice.
which is which. I I don't care. I don't like them.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
And
fine.
leave me alone.
I was gonna put Richard Marx in just because of that one song. Wherever you go, whatever you do. Yeah, a lot of singing by the Bry guy here. But yeah, Richard Marx does suck. Rick Springfield, whatever. That's the Jesse's girl guy, right?
Did you just call yourself the Bry guy?
The Bry guy. Yeah.
All right, new shirt's coming.
Yeah. If
Who's
you
your
grow
number 2?
a stash someday, we could call you Sash the Stash.
Oh, brother.
That's all we got. Anyway, all right. My number 2 is what do I got here? Oh, I don't know, probably the skeeviest man in game show history, and that's Richard Dawson, who
What?
couldn't let the ladies walk by without just giving them a kiss right on the fucking lips every single time.
Legend.
Yeah, I loved him in Mallrats. I thought he was great, his cameo in that. But no, I mean, like, in Family Feud is one of my favorite game shows of all time, but I hate watching those old episodes with him. It just makes me so uncomfortable. And it's like the women know it's coming, and it's just like, you got no, it's like, you want to be on this show, honey? You know, you
It
got to
was a
kiss
different
Dick,
time.
you
It
got to
was
kiss
accepted.
Double D, Dick Dawson. Uh, so yeah, that's my number 2, Richard Dawson.
My number 2 is going to be someone who I never really enjoyed and always thought they were kind of a gimmick and only thought that they were in their profession because their brother was way better than they are. Rick Steiner, the Bulldog.
Oh,
Rick
man.
Steiner. Now, Scott Steiner was where the talent was.
Yeah.
And Rick Steiner has a son named Bron Breakker who's in the WWE who's excellent.
Yeah, he got
Incredible
tossed
athlete.
very early in the Rumble.
Yeah, but still excellent athlete and just really good. Like one of my favorite people in the WWE because there's not many of them. I don't support the WWE in any way. But yeah, Rick Steiner. No, he barked. That's all he did. He barked and then he ran around and then he would beat people up like legitimately. He was not good at wrestling. A couple of years ago, he had an incident where he was like at like a autograph signing or whatever, and he was just like yelling at a transgender person. So that kind of took him out of the limelight for a little while as well. But I just mostly hate his barking and his lack of there's not like, hey, name your favorite Rick Steiner match. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. So.
No.
Number 2, Rick Steiner.
All right, my number 1, and this might seem kind of surprising because one of my favorite TV shows ever was kind of created by this man, and it's Ricky Gervais, who I find to be completely fucking obnoxious, unfunny. I love what he, obviously his version of The Office that it led to arguably my favorite TV show of all time, a TV show that I watch every single night. And even when he cameoed in The Office, I thought that was hysterical. I loved that one part he was in, but I just can't seem to find this man funny. Like I love that when he does these award shows, he just goes out and speaks his mind, but it's like everyone does that now, so there's nothing special there. And yeah, I don't a guy who's constantly laughing at everything he says. So it's like I don't know if that's funny or not, but yeah, I think he's completely obnoxious and I don't find him funny. So Ricky Gervais.
I considered putting him on the list because I do find him annoying at times. But I do think he's very fun. Like his stand-up, I like. I never saw The Office, the British version, so I don't know anything about it. But I do. When he was in the American version, that was absolutely hilarious.
It was brilliant for how they did that. It was great.
But he kind of has an annoying laugh. There's a really good video on YouTube with him, Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and One other probably. Oh, Louis C.K. And they're
Okay.
they're doing like a comedy, just like round table and talking about comedy. And like anytime anybody says something, all you hear is Ricky Gervais like
Yeah,
laughing,
and it's like
and
a
it's just
very like
it's
bundled up
obnoxious
laugh, but
and
yes, it is.
loud
It
and
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I dislike about him, but I do think he's a very funny person. So didn't make my list.
I would say yeah, more his personality because it's not like I've never seen anything from him that I've like laughed at, but yeah, I
Yeah.
just it's more just yeah, he's obnoxious. So all right, what's your number one?
My number one is a billionaire and currently or most recently known for being all over the Epstein list. We're going Richard Branson, the
Yeah,
Virgin
Virgin
billionaire owner,
Records.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've always thought he was kind of like a douchebag. Just like anytime you see him on TV, he's just like this.
yeah.
Look at me, and then he's on the list
I
or
think he
whatever.
had. Did he have one of those shows too? One of those stupid like The Apprentice shows? Like Mark
Yeah,
Cuban had one too.
he
I forgot
definitely
the
did.
beneficiary. I think was Cubans, but
Okay. Yeah.
excuse,
No, I
excuse
mean,
me. Ugh.
and that didn't do him any justice with me. Like,
Yeah,
just helped me see more that he's kind of
perfect.
douchey.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what he is on the Epstein list and all that stuff, but he's in that world for
probably
sure. And
redacted.
oh,
Hey. Yeah.
hot take by Goff.
Ooh. Okay. I only have two potent notables. Rick Flag Jr. and Sr. These are just characters in the DC universe from Peacemaker. One of them played by Joel Kinnaman, and the other one played by Frank Grillo. I love both of these actors, but I think this character sucks. I don't know how he is in the comic books, but yeah. So I don't care for Rick Flag. That's all I got for potent notables.
Yeah, it was hard to come up with additional ones. Ric Flair is someone I've talked about
Oh,
recently who
Rick!
has
I didn't
been.
even think of Ric Flair.
Yeah, he's been kind of on my list the past
Yeah.
couple years or whatever, but not enough to like whatever.
Okay.
And then Richard Nixon and Dick Cheney, if we're going political, but
Yeah,
honestly,
Cheney,
just
absolutely. I mean,
I don't
Cheney is
really,
just like he's a punchline. Just saying his name, people are like, "Yep."
yeah. And that's all I got.
Hey, Dick, you shot me one today. Shut up, guys.
Oh,
Okay, all right. So that is our that's our list for this week. So next week, I got a couple lists here. I got a couple options for you. You've been supplying the options the last few weeks, so I thought maybe I would throw my a couple in the ring. So here's your options for next week's topic. Top three sports broadcasters. Top three, as brought to you, mythological creatures. You could try
oh,
that one.
jeez.
Or I like this one. Top three sex scandals in media. So that could be like sports or, you know, anything. So
I didn't think we could get worse than Rick's.
you don't think sex scandals is a good one? I think it's a great one.
I
You
don't
got
even get it.
Kobe. You got the guy from Bush.
But
What's his
how
name?
do you
Gavin.
wait? That's your top
That
two.
would actually you would have to be like, okay, like we'll just name like our favorite ones because yeah, they're all terrible.
Yeah, what's your favorite sex scandal, Golf? Um,
um,
you know
Probably
what? I'm
Clinton.
going
That was a good
mythological
one.
creatures. If
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna
my
do it.
decision,
All right.
I'm going. Don't tune in next week.
Mythological creatures. You heard it right.
And we get to decide what the meaning of mythological creatures is. So
Hmm. Well,
we'll see.
do you want to put a caveat on there now? Like you could just make it monsters? Because my guess is you have no idea if like can you name three mytho? Oh, no, I guess we're not going to do that
We'll
now.
find out.
But okay,
Wait, what was your first one? What was the first topic?
top three sports broadcasters. That's pretty straightforward if you want to do that one. I mean,
No, mythological creatures it is.
what about mythological creatures in sex scandals? Because that happens in Parks and Rec, but
Okay.
only one time. So that's all we got. So anyway, all right, what do we do? We're doing mythological creatures.
Yeah.
Let's
And I
say that
can't
again.
wait to do the
Next
artwork
week,
for it.
mythological creatures.
See you next week.
Later.